As we get older, our color to our lips starts to fade. So it's really important as more mature women that we find a lip liner that lasts all day. Because unlike blush, our cheeks naturally flush. So if you don't have a good blush, you still have some color to your cheeks. But our lips don't just naturally flush throughout the day. So we need to artificially, fakely, I don't care what you call it, cheat, I don't care. I need lip liner and I need it to last all day, and I bet you do too. So today is Friday Face Off and we are going to put some lip liners to the test. I even have 3 new lip liners. One that I'm really excited about because I have cheated on this one and I have used it a few times, and I couldn't wait to throw it in this Friday Face Off because while I like what it does, I don't know if it lasts as long as some of my other ones. So if you want to test about 9 lip liners with me today, then stick around because we're gonna get right to today's Friday Face Off. All right, you guys, if you're new here, hi, I'm Jody. I am 55 and just think of me as your midlife beauty bestie, where we're gonna break down all things beauty that work for mature skin specifically. There is a lot of really good videos out there for those of you that have less mature skin. Is that really the way to say that? Younger, youthful skin. And it has its unique needs as well. For those of us with mature skin, we have unique needs: hydrating, tightening, lifting, firming, the list goes on. But remember, we are glad that we are still here to face these problems. Aging is a true blessing, and I like to do it gracefully, but I like to do it with a full face of makeup, because why not? So Friday Face Off is where I compare 2 products side by side that say they do essentially the same thing. We go through the marketing claims to see, do they really do what they say they're gonna do, and do they do it on mature skin? Today's a Friday Face Off on steroids because we are doing 9 products, and I am going to put them all, because it's a lip liner, there's really no way to put 9 different lip liners on my lips and wear them all day and give you an idea of how do they really wear. So I'm gonna share with you which one I have on today, which has become my new favorite combo. And then we're going to put all 9 of them right here on my arm, and we're going to see, do they transfer, do they rub off, and how long do they last? Because I need to know, and I know you wanna know. And the price points today, everything from a $5 lip liner all the way up to a $35 lip liner, which $35 for a lip liner. These products are not sponsored, and I'm sitting here questioning my own judgment. Why did I spend $35 for a lip liner? I don't know. Well, maybe I'll know. Maybe at the end of this, it's gonna be so good that it'll be like, that's why it's $35. I'm holding out hope. Let me know what you guys think at the end of this. Do we think it's $35? Let me know in the comments if you can guess which one it is. What brand has a $35 lip liner? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, for $5, the first one is NYX Slim Lip Pencil. I have this one in pale pink. This one's not new, as you can see. I'm a big fan of this one. I use it a lot. Even though it's in a pencil form, it is more of a gel. It's very similar to a MAC lip liner. It's not quite as stiff as a pencil used to be, but it's not quite as creamy as a gel. It's right in between. It usually lasts a really long time. I'm a big fan of this one. Again, I have it in pale pink. That is right here. And we're gonna go, that's an in. That's an in for NYX. Love that. Okay, so this one again is $5. The next one coming in at $9 is Maybelline's Lifter Liner. I'm a big fan of this one, especially for more mature skin, because it has a hyaluronic acid, so it's helping to moisturize or hydrate your lips. It claims to give a little bit of a plump to the lips. The reason I like it is because it lasts all day. I will line my lip and then color my whole lip in, as I know many of you do, and I have color to my lips all day long, even after lunch. Big fan of this one. This comes in 10 different shades. It's very similar. You'll see when we're done here that there's definitely a theme. There's a type to the shades that I like for my lip liners. I'm not really too courageous when it comes to lip liners, with the exception of in the fall. In the fall, I'll go with the darker burgundy color, but typically I'm a little touch darker than a nude or a pale nude pink. I'm not really a warm person. Let me know if you guys have a favorite lip liner shade, because I'm all for learning new shades, trying new shades. I usually will default back to my pale nudes, but I'm adventurous. I will try a new one. Next up, coming in at $10, so $1 more than the Maybelline, is the Revlon ColorStay Lip Pencil. This one's a little more of a gel formula. It comes with a pencil sharpener in the back. right there, as many of them do. I have it in color Natural, and it is pretty light, but it lasts all day. The reason I don't reach for this one so much is because that formula is so soft that I do find that as I'm lining, and I like straight lines on my lips, I find that it hits a wrinkle and breaks off. So it's not really designed. I need it to be a little stiffer formula so that when it hits the potholes, which are the lip lines around my lips, it doesn't break. It's kind of like getting a flat tire in a pothole. Don't want it to do that. All right, that's a little R for Revlon. I'm not a fan of this color now that I have it lined up with the other ones, but I must have had a time when I liked it. Again, I just don't like how soft the formula is on this one, but if you like a softer lip liner, then this formula might be a better option for you. I'm excited to do a wear test with these because I have not put all of my favorite lip liners together to see how long they last, and we're gonna go a full 8 hours, so I'm just as curious as you guys are. This one is One Liner by Tower 28. Tower 28 is $15. This comes in 6 shades. I have it in color Work of Art. The thing about the Tower 28 products is their lip liners are formulated and designed in the marketing for lip, eye, and cheek. I'm not sure how you would do the cheek with this, but I mean, I guess you could probably put a dot and blend it. I have not tried it on the eyes or the cheeks, but it does say that you can. So $15. I love how smooth and creamy this one is. I have done this in a review recently and have been wearing it a lot since I got it. Big fan of Tower 28. It is a clean brand according to Sephora's clean brand guidelines. So if you're looking for clean, cruelty-free, Tower 28 is a nice option. All right, the first new one, and by new I mean I have not tried it before. This is by Rare Beauty. This sells for $16. It's called Kind Words Lip Liner. It does have a pencil sharpener down on this end, which leads me to believe it is more of a gel liner. It comes in 10 shades, as I said, and I have it in shade Humble. And I think I'm gonna like that a lot. Ooh, that is creamy. That goes on really smooth and creamy. I have yet to try a Rare Beauty makeup product that I haven't loved. I find the prices are a little bit high in relation to some other comparable quality products that are more on the drugstore like Maybelline, L'Oreal, but they are all quality, I have to say. So we're just gonna put a RB for this one so we can kind of keep track. I'm not sure I love that color. Again, this is Humble. It's a little bit probably more warm than I like for my lip liners, but so far, really smooth and creamy. I love the way that one went on. If you have not tried anything from Rare Beauty yet and you want to try a product, I would recommend, well, we'll see if I recommend this one. I like how creamy it went on, I will say that. We'll see how long it lasts. But her liquid blush is really, really nice, and her liquid blush shades have now been released in a powder, kind of a puffy powder blush. I did pick one up in Hope. I have not tried it yet, but I am curious to see how that wears. I'm not a powder blush fan, but if I want intense color, a good rule of thumb is to put a powder blush first and then your cream blush on top of it, or you can go the other way. Many makeup artists have a rule of thumb that they do powder blush first and then a little bit of the cream to give it a glow from within. Some makeup artists say, no, you put your cream first and then you set it with your powder. I've done it both ways. I find that the finish is a little bit more of a glow when you powder first with your blush. This is not true for all your makeup, just your blush. Powder first and then put a little bit of the cream blush on top of it. I know it goes against everything we've ever learned in makeup world, but I like the finished look. And I only do that 2 steps if I need that blush to last 4 hours. Like if I'm gonna be in an event and I know there's not gonna be a lot of time to freshen up anything for 4 or 5 hours, I will do powder blush, then cream blush. But this isn't a blush video, so let's get back to it, Jody. Okay, Rare Beauty, so far loving that one. I think I even like I'm not sure I love the color though, but that's on me. Next, we're jumping way up from $16 to $25, but you know I had to throw in a MAC lip pencil because it has been my go-to for years, and I know many of us that are Gen X, it was all about the MAC lip liner. MAC lip pencils are more of a pencil. Obviously, I love Subculture. That's what shade this one is. It's getting quite small. These come in 28 shades, and again, I have it in Subculture. Isn't that funny? The 2 shades on here that I said I didn't really like was that Rare Beauty Humble and the Natural in the Revlon, and yet those are the two that most closely resemble Subculture from MAC that I wear all the time. All right, so we've got an M for Maybelline, but we'll remember that MAC is way down here because of its price point. All right, you guys, now we're going up to $26, and this is the one that I have on today. This is a brand new product. It's by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's called the Lip Cheat Contour Duo, and boy, do I love it. It only comes in 4 shades. I have it in Fair, and the idea is one that makes a lot of sense. There's a darker, more contour color on one end, and then there's your lip liner on the other end, so that you can essentially contour the outer edges of your lips to make it appear as though they're so full that they create their own shadow. It does work. It's what I have on today. My lips are not this plump, but I cheated with the Lip Cheat Contour Duo. Again, I have it in Fair. So all you do is you take the darker side, the contour side, and you go around on the outer side, the outer edge of your lip line, both upper and both upper and lower lip. And then you use the lip liner side as an actual lip liner, as you'll see here. So big fan of this one. Even though I have it in Fair, I would probably go up a shade in this. I'm just going to put a big C right here, and I'm going to use the lip liner. And just like the MAC pencil and the Tower 28 pencil, this requires a normal pencil sharpener, but it does apply very smoothly like a gel. I don't see lip liners nowadays that have sort of that tug to them like we used to. The formulas from drugstore all the way to the high end have really come a long way, and they don't tug as much as they used to. And I don't need them tugging, because then my lip liner is gonna look like all crazy all over the place. All right, let's go now. We're gonna go up to another $26, so the same price as Charlotte Tilbury, and $2 more than the MAC pencil, and this is by Makeup by Mario Lip Pencil. This is the Ultra Suede Lip Liner by Makeup by Mario. First time we've seen the brush on one end to really allow you to blend out your lip liner, which I do love that. It's also nice for applying your lipstick, so if you apply the liner, then take this brush, go right to your lipstick tube, and then apply it. It does make a nicer, smoother, well blended out lip pencil. I have this one in color Angela. This does come in 20 shades, and clearly I have a type. We're gonna go MM for Makeup by Mario. So we've got Maybelline, MAC, Makeup by Mario, and they're all almost the same color. So I like that. I like that color a lot. Again, it looks a little warm to me, but so did some of these other ones. So I must have thought it was a good idea at the time. All right, you guys, now for the most expensive lip liner that is in our lineup today. Let me know in the comments if you can guess which one this is. I'll give you a second before I reveal it, just so I don't ruin it for you. Dun, da, 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 da. I won't do the Jeopardy. I don't think I'd get in trouble for that, but it is probably very copywritten. So, all right, got it? It is none other than Chanel. Like the Makeup by Mario, it comes with a brush on one end. It's a very nice looking lip pencil. I get why people like it. I have it in shade 196. It's sort of a coral peachy color. The thing I don't like about this, I've had this for a little while, whatever material they have around the pencil, it's not wood, or at least it doesn't act like wood in the pencil sharpener. Have you guys ever tried to sharpen one of these lip liners or an eyeliner pencil or an eyebrow pencil? This is some sort of a plastic, so it just sort of peels around and it doesn't actually sharpen, and then you end up with the sharp edges on here. This is one of the worst pencils to try to sharpen, but you do need to sharpen it. It does not come with a sharpener. It is a smooth, creamy formula. I find it to be a little soft, not quite as soft as the Revlon one that breaks off, but I do find it to be kind of soft. We're gonna put a C there. We've got a C for Chanel, Charlotte Tilbury, and those are the only other ones. Okay, so now that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're gonna let those dry for just a second because I do wanna see how they smudge or don't smudge. As those dry, I will share with you guys that along with that Charlotte Tilbury lip liner that I have, I also have the Fenty Beauty Blazing Donut. I've loved this lately. You're gonna see it in my favorites for the month video. It's just a perfect little nude pink, the slightly bit of peach to it, I guess, but it's a nice gloss. It goes well with any lip liner. In fact, I could probably wear it with any of these and it would look just fine. But I really love it. I love it so much I might go back and try a couple more of hers because it's the perfect combination between a lipstick with the color payoff that you get and a lip gloss minus the stickiness. I think that's the common, and then the color is just perfect. But I think that's what I love so much about the formula of this is it gives a color, it gives a gloss, but not too much of either. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so now that we've got these 9 lip liners, the thing I want to do, you guys, is I just want to see if they smudge. And you can see how hard I'm pressing because of my skin. Okay, so really none of those smudge so much. I don't want to go this way because then we're going to smudge into each color and we won't really be able to tell which one really smudged. I pressed pretty hard. That NYX and that Maybelline are not moving. Let's make sure I don't have anything on my finger. Here's the Revlon, Tower 28, and Rare Beauty. Nothing, no movement. All right, let's go with the, so here's MAC, Charlotte Tilbury, and Mario. Makeup by Mario, not Mario Brothers, the game. The Charlotte Tilbury one did come off a little bit, and actually so did the Makeup by Mario. So I'm a little disappointed in those, and that's not what I expected to happen. I'm using my lower arm as a cleaning mechanism. Okay, we are back to no marks, and now we've got the Chanel. Yeah, the Chanel is smudging. The Chanel is such a soft formula that it is smudging, and that's not what I want on my lips. So we're going to set the timer. I'm going to come back in 8 hours, you guys, and we're going to see how these hold up. I'm not going to wear a shirt with this because if this was on our lips, we wouldn't be putting stuff over. I mean, you might put a shirt on once in the morning, but you're not going to be pulling your clothes on and off all day. I mean, who am I to judge? Do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying that's not a normal test that we're going to do today. So I'm going to leave it like this. It is hot outside. I might sweat a little. I don't know, but I do want to just see how these are going to hold up throughout the day. So I will be back with you guys in 8 hours. Here's what these look like right now. And here's what we've got 8.5 hours later, you guys. I am surprised and actually quite disappointed because I have really been careful to not rub these on anything. They did hit the desk here a couple times as I was editing and stuff, but the wear on them was really spread evenly across all of it. In fact, I mean, I'll just show you here, and I'm gonna rub pretty hard again just so that you can see my skin move. Like that's how hard I'm rubbing. And as I get down to these bottom ones, I mean, Chanel is almost gone. The Makeup by Mario, pretty much gone. Charlotte Tilbury, you can kind of see the C, but the liner is gone. The next one, oh, this was MAC. It's pretty much gone. The first high-end, if you will, lip liner that actually still looks good is the Rare Beauty, and it's not coming off. Above that was the Tower 28. It's still holding strong, not coming off. And then the top 3, which was the NYX, Maybelline, and Revlon, those are, I mean, you guys can see how hard I'm pressing. Those are not coming off. So there's our answer, really. Within these 3, you can find a color that you like. Again, I think the Revlon's a little too soft of a formula for me personally. But that NYX is a good pencil stick as well. Pencil stick, yes, lip liner stick, as well as that Maybelline lifter liner. And it has hyaluronic acid. It is designed for more mature skin to give that plump. So big fan of that one. That's the one that I use. I'm really disappointed in MAC, quite honestly, because I like MAC's color selection. And so I think that's why I keep going back to MAC, because I feel like I can get different colors. But knowing now that it wears probably as one of the worst, and Charlotte Tilbury, that one's pretty disappointing as well, especially because how expensive they are. So this was eye-opening for me. It really does bring home the point that you don't need to, in fact, shouldn't spend more money if you are looking for a long-lasting lip liner. And I have found my answer. And now I know which ones to purchase and which ones, quite frankly, are not worth the money. Well, that does it for me today, you guys. Some results I wasn't quite expecting, but that's why we do the Friday face-off, so that together we can figure out what is best, what doesn't work, and where should we spend our money. I hope I answered some of those questions for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in just a couple days. Bye-bye.